disturbing video. Just before midnight on June 29, 2018, a woman frantically tries to get into a home in Fresno, California.
She appears to be in distress, banging at this window. This is extremely scary.
The woman pulls aggressively on the front door. When she can't get in, she moves over to the living room window, desperately pounding on it with her elbows.
She appears confused. She looks upset.
Does she live inside this house? Is she running from someone?
This woman is clearly agitated. Could she be on drugs? Could she be suffering a mental crisis? We just don't know at this point.
The distraught woman starts pacing, then approaches another window, pleading with someone inside.
This woman has one thing on her mind, and that's to get inside this house.
When she gets no response, she takes matters into her own hands. She takes a few steps backwards and then charges forward and body slams into the window, not once, but twice, and appears completely unfazed by the impact.
When someone doesn't appear to be feeling any pain and they're behaving violently and harming themselves, either they're intoxicated or they're on some type of substance, or they're psychotic and they're just not in touch with reality.
Why is she so desperate to get inside this house? Whatever the reason, the situation is about to become even more dangerous.
Things get even crazier. We see her actually pulling on this screen, and then she actually pulls the screen from the window.
In one swift move, she rips the screen right off, and that's when the horrified homeowner starts screaming.
When you're in your home, you typically feel safe. You see it as a place where nothing really bad will happen to you.
But strangely, rather than flee the scene, the intruder leans into the window and only appears even more confused.
What is going on?
She doesn't seem like she really understands what's happening.
It's clear that this woman is out of it. This is just really bizarre.
What is going on?
This must be terrifying for the homeowner. I mean, once this person gets in, anything can happen.
The homeowner calls 911.
911, state emergency.
She broke into my house. She broke through the window.
Then, the homeowner issues a shocking warning to the agitated woman.
Shoot, I have a gun.
She starts saying, listen, I have a gun. I'm gonna shoot you. She's using everything in her power to keep this woman outside of her house.
What is going on? I will shoot. I have a gun. Why?
She announces that she has a weapon. This is important because this lets the intruder know that if they enter that house, they can be met with deadly force.
So this intruder is not backing down. And this homeowner is left with basically two choices. She can protect herself or she can get attacked. So she may fire her weapon.
How is this highly volatile situation going to end?
You know, I made sure she knew I had a weapon. And if she was going to attempt to get in my house, that wasn't going to happen.
Christine Paul is home alone when the harrowing ordeal begins.
I was at home binging Gilmore Girls, and the doorbell rang. Since my husband had gone out with his friends, I naturally thought that he had not taken his key.
Christine opens the door, and as soon as she sees the agitated stranger outside, she slams the door, locking it immediately.
There was something seriously wrong with her, so I immediately closed it.
But Christine says shutting the door somehow sets the woman off even more.
She became fixated that there was somebody in the house and she wanted to be in. Walking around my porch, kept knocking, kept banging. She wouldn't stop.
As Christine calls 911 and waits for police to arrive,
911, state emergency.
I have somebody trying to break into my house. Oh, she's banging on my door now. She's banging.
the woman becomes increasingly hostile.
She broke into my house. She broke through the window.
She backs up and she makes a run for it and turns that shoulder and hits that window. That's when she started to put her arm through my glass window.
What is going on? I will shoot. I have a gun.
And by that time, I already had gotten my gun.
As it turns out, This crazed woman is knocking at the wrong door. But Christine has been trained for tense situations and discharging a weapon. She just never thought it would be in her own home.
I am a retired police officer. I didn't know what she was on in the past of dealing with people that were on different substances. You don't know their state of mind. That's scary. And I didn't know what she was going to do. I had my house to protect and my dogs and myself.
What are you doing?
With the intruder just moments from bursting through her window, Christine faces an agonizing choice.
It's not an easy decision because at that point coming in, and as close as I was to her, that is taking a life.
But then, just seconds before having to make that tragic decision, the situation takes a dramatic turn.
They're arriving now, okay?
I just have my gun out. I don't want them shooting in the dog.
As a police officer approaches the house, the woman who just seconds before was in a state of sheer panic suddenly goes calm.
Hi.
Hi.
Do you live here?
No, I don't.
So why are you banging on the door?
The responding officer does an excellent job. He speaks in calming tones. He basically de-escalates the situation.
So why are you banging on the door?
Because my friend was there.
The would-be intruder is a 30-year-old woman, and despite her saying a friend lives in the house, Christine has never met her. The woman is arrested and charged with misdemeanor vandalism.
They also say it appears that she was under the influence of something.
It was very shocking. There's a great possibility that her choices for that night were maybe not the right ones.
With the would-be intruder in custody, Christine's ordeal finally seems over. But just 24 hours later, something unexpected happens. A police chaplain shows up at Christine's door.
I just want to introduce myself.
I opened up the storm door also, thinking, wow, the chaplain's coming to talk to me about the situation because I've been a victim. When in fact, that wasn't the case.
It turns out this police chaplain is the father of the woman who was arrested the night before.
My daughter is the one that broke the
No,
window.
don't sit. I'll be here.
I immediately shut the door, slammed the door, yelled, "You can't be here," and called 911.
This could be considered witness tampering. What is he trying to get this homeowner to do? To drop the charges? This is clearly inappropriate.
You just don't do that. No.
The Fresno Police Department launches an investigation.
Now we've learned a Fresno police chaplain is under investigation in connection to this case.
2 years later, and after multiple court hearings, the woman is given leniency since she has no criminal record, and charges against her are ultimately dropped.
I think she got 8 hours of community work or some type of crisis counseling.
As for Christine, as terrifying as that night was, she's just relieved it wasn't worse.
I'm just grateful I had the training to think clearly and not discharge my weapon because everybody was able to walk away from it.
She also is thankful for her home surveillance system and says today her house is protected like a fortress.
I have now 2 cameras outside. I have cameras inside my house, not only in my kitchen, but in my office and my bedroom, because you don't know what it's going to catch.